If there is a music genre to which rock owes the most, that's blues. During the decades, there have been such crazy guitarists who deeply changed the way of rocking thanks to their blues. And in today's episode, I selected 10 names of blues guitarists to necessarily know and deepen. If you want to know more and stay updated on the release of new videos, subscribe and activate the bell for all the notifications. To compile this list, I relied on two factors. On one hand, the technique of the great guitarist, and on the other hand, his influence on posterity. Many European guitarists get their inspiration by the old gods of blues and put some of their own. One of these is, of course, Eric Clapton, that I've decided to consider out of this ranking. So, let's start. Number 10. Muddy Waters, the father of the Chicago blues. His songs and his technique were a huge inspiration for the British invaders like Beatles, Cream, Rolling Stones and many others. The same Rolling Stones decided to take their name, taking inspiration from the homonymous song by Uncle Muddy. B.B. King. The story of this legend is epic. We can say for sure that the blues saved him from the cotton fields, giving us one of the most prolific and influential artists in the blues history. The fire burning inside B.B. King gave him the strength to carry on to the holy age of 89, when he left in 2015. Then there is another fire, the one that broke out in a club where he was performing in 1949. After that, his legendary Gibson was named Lucille. B.B. King is also famous for his technique and for his special vibrato technique called hummingbird. Elmore James was born in Mississippi in 1918 and he is one of the most influential guitarists, so much that he was inducted into the Rock and Roll of Fame in 1992 as an early influence inductee. Also known as the king of slide guitar, Elmore James' playing is characterized by a deep use of the slide and the walking bass technique. One of the greatest friends of Eric Clapton is Duane Allman, brother of Greg and founder of the Allman Brothers Band. He was one of the very few white musicians to understand the blues in its essence. For Rolling Stone, he is in the top 10 of the 100 greatest guitarists of all time. And Duane also featured in some great albums by Aretha Franklin, John Hammond, Eric Clapton and many others. Albert Collins, aka the Iceman. Listen to his albums and feel what chills, what energy. He's amazing, guys, amazing. I talked more about Albert and other great bluesmen in my Sabbath video about blues albums. So let's move on. Number 5, Freddie King. Here we are, after B.B., another king of blues. Listen to Freddie King is like listening to a friend who talks to you and gives you many advices. Inspired by B.B. King, T-Bone Walker and other great masters of blues, he was the primary source of inspiration for Eric Clapton, who played some of his masterpieces like Have You Ever Loved a Woman or Hideaway. We talked about B.B., we talked about Freddie, and now it's time to talk about Albert King, the third of the kings. Or maybe the first. The king of the feeling, one of the simplest but at the same time most complicated and mysterious bluesmen. In the music of Albert King and in his notes convey all the black feeling and passion possible. He influenced a lot of artists, from John Mayall to Eric Clapton, to Rolling Stones, to Stevie Ray Vaughan and many others. I suggest you to listen to his most famous album, Born Under a Bad Sign of 1968, that is also in the top 500 greatest album of all time chart by Rolling Stone. Let's go to the top 3. At the third place, Buddy Guy. The first time I saw Buddy Guy playing, I immediately thought, I wish he was my grandfather. This badass old man on stage is an infinite energy blues battery, and he leaves the blues and the electric guitar with an overwhelming passion that is unique. Several years ago I bought a Buddy Guys DVD in which he explained the basic techniques he adopted in his way of playing the blues. And during this video Buddy explains why he started playing that way. And he said, everyone was playing blues at the time and I was no better than others, but I was faster. And then I started playing as fast as I could. Generally, on a Fender Stratocaster it is quite common to find 010 strings mounted on, and this is a kind of standard gauge. Stevie Ray Vaughan used to have 013. So basically it's something that under the fingers of a mere mortal looked like cable car cables. But Stevie's blacksmith hands knew no bounds, literally. The main technique that makes Stevie Ray Vaughan's playing recognizable is the turn sweep. But the feeling and the fullness of his sound came from his heart before than his hands. Magic. Number 1 position, Robert Johnson. He is a legend. He is the figure who more than any other has changed the music. Died at 27, in such a short life he recorded 32 songs, all of which have survived to these days. In fact, he is the only author I know of whose songs have come down to us and have been remade, resung and rearranged hundreds of times. These 32 songs are a definitive songbook, a kind of base from which to start studying the blues. I strongly advise you to buy the Complete Recordings Centennial Collection. This is a 2-disc set containing all the tracks recorded in live by Robert Johnson, completely restored and remastered. We are at the end of our episode. Did you know all of these guitarists? Let me know your opinions with a comment and don't forget to drop a like. See you in the next episode. Peace, love and rock space!